Picture this. It's a perfect day in 2020 quarantine. You wake up 3 minutes before your online class. You log on. Guess what? The class is canceled. The class is canceled because guess what? The teacher's internet is not working. Therefore, there cannot be no class. You think to yourself, what am I going to do with my day? You go back to bed. You go back to sleep for another 3 hours. You wake up. Guess who's streaming? Tommy Innit is streaming. You watch the Tommy Innit stream. You watch the Tommy Innit stream for about 3 hours until it's over. And you go have one of those TikTok iced coffees. You slurp on that iced coffee and you say,
this iced coffee is really, really, really good.
And then you go downstairs and listen to Hyperpop. You listen to
Hyperpop up in my ears. Everything just disappears. Don't know when I hate myself.
You put on your little hearts on your face and you go make an alt TikTok. And then you know what? You go back into bed and you watch more DSMP and you know what? Then you fall asleep. That is the most perfect day in quarantine in 2020. I can't even lie. Like, I miss 2020 more than I care to admit. But also the absurdity of 2020 TikTok and just the 2020, quarantine in general is something that I think needs to be talked about more. So I'm going to bring it back. Since it's 2026, we're bringing 2020 back, okay? And we're going to look at some of the TikToks that I think really formed 2020. The movement of 2020 and the DreamSMP and quarantine and POVs and straight talk and all talk and all the different kinds of talks.
Talk to me in French. Talk to me in Spanish.
But before we get into this video where I analyze 2020 TikTok, I just want to introduce myself. As always, my name is theycallmekitten or Julie, and you can call me whatever you want. And a fun fact about me is that I used to make TikTok POVs. Yeah, back in the olden days, I used to make TikTok POVs, and yeah, did I get like pretty popular and kind of make like $1 billion? Yes, I did. And do I want to show you and talk about it? If I can find it, I will show you, but prepare to be wowed. Prepare to be moved with such a level of emotion that I don't think anyone has ever felt before because of how beautiful the TikToks that I... Also, we're trying a little bit of a different angle today. I have you guys further on my bed instead of me being back. You guys are further so you can see more of my wall. Yes, you can see more of my wall. I have Keanu Reeves. I have Barbie. I have the Black Keys. I have a Boys poster. I have Fleetwood Mac, and I have Billy Joel.
Slow down, you're doing fine. You can't be anything you want to be before your time.
My earring just fell out of my ear, and it went down my shirt. Frisky earring. I don't know where the backing went. Let's just put it back and hope for the best. Now, if you were as chronically online as I was in 2020, you would have seen a lot of TikTok. You mean a lot of the different sides of TikTok. So, one of the sides was straight versus alt TikTok. So, straight was all like the dancing with Noah Beck and his big neck. And then we had alt talk. Alt talk and straight talk were always fighting. So, it was just like back and forth between these two different like talks, okay? And then we had shift talk, which there was a lot of Draco Malfoy. It was like shifting to another reality, which I don't know if that's real. I honestly don't know if that's real or not. I'm kind of like up in the air if I think shift talk is real. I don't know. It's another thing in itself. But there's shift talk, and then there's also DracoTok, which was like people making POVs of like Draco and pretending that they were Draco, which we will look at. And then there was just regular POVs, which kind of got really, really freaking emotional and really intense. So there's a bunch of different subcategories of TikTok. And there's also like fashion, which it was just like tights and like skirt and like a little like hat, and they were like a little e-girl. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of e-girls, there's a lot of e-boys, I would say. So that's what we're rocking with 2020 TikTok. Now, what we're going to start with first is we're going to start with straight talk. Straight talk is the straight people. They're TikTok. It's their TikTok. So here you go. Noah Neck would post a video like this, and actually I feel like that's a mean thing to say. He's not an unattractive guy. Like, I can't lie, he's not unattractive. He just has a very thick neck, which, you know what, I have just a very thick ass, so like I have like a very thick butt, so I feel like that's kind of like, I can kind of understand his pain here. But they would post something like this video of them just like the black and white like vintage type screen, and it would get, I don't know, like freaking 3 billion views, and everyone would be like,
oh my god, they're so attractive, they're so cute.
As we were like sitting there in quarantine, I don't know what the chokehold that they had on us in quarantine was, but I remember them. I remember the fight between alt and straight TikTok. That is the Noah Beck. So I feel like there's a lot of Noah Beck on this list because it's Noah Beck. And then also let's see. Like, I do really remember straight talk. A lot of it's just like a lot of the dancing, and like there was like the whoa, there was say so. You know, let me do a little dance for you guys. So they're doing here's my audition to be on straight talk. Okay, what do you guys think? Guys, do you think I can be on straight talk? Guys, can I be on straight talk because of that? Am I mogging right now or am I not mogging? Because I feel like that was a lot of straight talk. Was it just a lot? And then there was say so, and then also catch the whoa. Okay, guys, let me throw it and catch it. I don't think I would like to put my hand upon your throat and squeeze that shit. And I don't think I would like you to put your hand upon my throat and squeeze that shit because okay, so there goes the earring. So you know what?
Maybe the earring will stay. No, we're gonna put it in. We're gonna put it back.
But there's also a lot of neck, so I don't know if my hands could like wrap around. I'm sorry, that's mean. He's a super, super attractive guy, so it's not, you know. But also, I will say one thing about the video, he has very, very straight teeth, very, very straight white teeth. It kind of freaks me out a little bit. Like I feel like I could be driving in my car, like, okay, vroom, 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 vroom. I look to my right, I see his teeth, whoa, blinded by those flashing teeth because oh my goodness, those are some pearly whites. I wish my teeth were white like that. Like look, my teeth are not white like that, but he does a little
squeeze that shit.
And you know what? Literally everyone would go crazy. Now we're gonna take a look at alt talk. And if you know what alt talk is, it's basically like straight talk, but just the alternate version. Funny enough. So it's a lot of people that had like alternate styles and they were kind of like a little different in their own world, you know? And there's that video. One of my favorite videos is the
Hi, I'm Bunny.
And then there was the one that it was like, hey, I'm a arson. Yeah, I quote that video at least one time a day, and a lot of the times it just goes over everyone's head. So a little embarrassing when I'm just trying to talk about my name being arson and people are like,
what are you going on about? But trust me,
let's look at the examples, okay? I think that was a lot of alt talk, but I think this video specifically was made in 2025, but they were just like they were reminiscing on 2020. But there were a lot of videos like that. And you know what I will say is that people were freer in 2020 because like, what were you gonna do? You're gonna go to their house? You couldn't because of quarantine. But you know what? If someone wants to confess to Mochi to Girl in Red, then I think that's Girl in Red. Then you know what? Why couldn't they? That's what alt talk did. They were themselves. You know what? People were happy. People were happier dressing in these colors, and also this filter. I don't know what chokehold this filter had on us, but there was a serious chokehold that filter had on us. And this little, you know what? I want one of those hats where you think that the ear goes like that and like that. I think I really fuck with those hats heavy. Like I really mess with those hats heavy, and I've always one of them. I think I have one somewhere, but I don't know where it is. But you know what? People would do this. People would just dress like this, and then they would go in public with a mask. And I feel like people were happier. You know, they were happier during this time. And then there was also POVs. There were also TikTok POVs. Don't talk to me about TikTok in 2020 if you don't know about POVs, okay? POVs had me in an emotional state, if you will. Let's look at one.
You're gonna be fine.
2 minutes long.
You're gonna
so that's gonna go on my story, but that video just actually repeats. So a lot of these were like POV, you just got broken up with, and this girl in the bathroom helps you.
You're gonna be fine. Girl in the bathroom helps you, but like you've never met this girl before, but she's just putting her mascara on you. You're gonna be fine. Wait, I don't know you. I don't want your mascara.
You're gonna be tip-top shape and top and toes and fly. You're gonna act awesome
and self-assured. Wait, I don't know you. I've never met you before. I don't know where your makeup goes. No, don't question it. Even if you never met this person before, she's in the bathroom. She's helping you because she saw you were crying. Now, if you think about this is kind of meta because this is when the quarantine was happening. So if you think about it, she's kind of making a commentary on quarantine and how quarantine affected her. And if you think about it, she's kind of like she's thinking ahead of us. This was a very, very huge freaking POV creator, by the way. Like this was like, okay, so the earring, you know what? The earring is staying out. It's staying out. I really don't care at this point. So it's talking about quarantine, but they're in quarantine right now. So she's making a commentary on how she had to deal with quarantine and how she's scared that they're going to have to go back to quarantine. Really just a social commentary on how quarantine affected her, and I feel like that's kind of beautiful in itself. Like I feel like this is a kind of a beautiful piece of artwork, if you will. And there were some sounds that were very, very, very prevalent. You know, there was one, it was emotional. It was like, I can't escape this now unless you show me how. And then it goes,
chicken wing, hot dog and bologna, chilling with my homemade chicken and macaroni.
I actually can't lie. Sometimes I do sing that to myself, but there's a POV like this, like a POV, you're super, super upset, but then your sadness resets because of the chip in your brain, something like that. Okay, watch this. I don't know what's going on here, but you know what? I really like it. Like, you're in a really deep emotional state. Like you're breaking up with like your boyfriend or something, and then you get a call, and it's like chicken wing, I'm thinking bologna. That was literally the whole trend. That was literally it, and that was POV talk, and that like had a chokehold on so many people. Okay, but I want to show you guys my personal favorite POV ever. This is till I'm dead, till I'm like 2 feet in the grave. Don't know why I'm not 6 feet, but I'm 2 feet in there because you know they might want to pull me out soon. Okay, watch this.
Oh, Lord, save me, my drug is my baby, and I'm using for the rest of my life. Every time you're loving me. Oh, Lord, save me, my drug is my baby, I'll be using for the rest of my life.
TikTok. Is she gonna make it? Is she gonna make it? Probably not. Nah, probably not. Probably not, actually. Probably not. No, sorry. Fuck you. Sorry, you just lost the love of your life. Bye. One of the fact that I really like this video is that Asterisk wakes up, and he just goes, well, guess what? Back to fucking logging then. Oh, baby, and don't even get me started on old Dream SMP TikToks. I could make a whole video on the whole Dream SMP thing.
Oh my gosh! Dream just did a face
Oh my god, Dream just did a face reveal! Okay, no matter how old I get, even though I strongly dislike Dream because he's kind of weird or something, I don't know. I will always feel kind of bad for the fact he revealed his face and everyone was like,
dude, you're actually ugly. Like, you're actually top. Like, you're actually ugly.
I will always feel a little bad for him. I'm sorry. I will always feel kind of bad for him. Like, yeah, you're ugly. Like, you're chopped. Don't talk to me if you don't know what DNF is, because if you don't know what DNF is, then we are not gonna get along. We are not gonna get along if you do not know what DNF is. I also think this is crazy because there were so many videos like this, but think about it. At the time, Tommy Innit was like 16, right? And these were 2 adult men. Girl, why is he walking in on them? Why are we making a POV of this? Oh, I miss 2020 so bad. I miss it. Wait, Dream, please don't cry. Please don't cry. We don't cry. We don't cry. We don't cry.
You should have kept the mask on.
Damn, you just got put in your place by freaking Bella Porch. What she have a song and she's like baby, something like that. I forget her song.
You fucked up for the last time, Dream. This is checkmate.
Am I a villain in this story?
Okay, I can't even lie. There were so many videos like this because they're a kid, and you know what? Even though it like makes my butt pucker, did we all do this? We literally all did this. We all did stuff like this. So like. Okay, and you know what? I would watch these videos and I would eat them up. I'd be like, wait, let me imagine myself in the Dream SMP universe right now. Let me imagine myself in this universe. Wait, that's actually
Lesbian. Hey guys, LGBTQ is pop.
What if they? Oh, they hit the Pentagon. They hit the Pentagon. Oh my god, I forgot just how bad it is. What if they were like, no LGBTQ rights, and then every single gay marriage got like annulled? But that's actually kind of happening right now, so it's actually not funny because it's kind of happening right now in the US, which like I'm woke and I don't want that to happen. Like I want people to get. No, I want to look at DracoTok. Do you guys remember DracoTok? Do you remember? You know, like the character from Harry Potter? Okay, one second. My father will hear about this. Oh, my father will hear about this. Oh, what incarnation? What were we doing in 2020 that we were like, this is the shit right here? There's more. Of course, there's more. Okay, but like, think about it. This is kind of like cinematic because she has to like insert, like insert herself into this. And you know what? That takes a lot of work and a lot of like editing, a lot of Photoshop. Well, I kind of gotta like hint to her that she's self-inserting herself into this and she's doing it kind of well. Like a feat, because look at how beautiful it is. Like look at how beautiful the artwork is, if we're being honest. It really is something special. I feel like this was pivotal for 2020. Like don't talk to me about 2020 if you weren't on DracoTok. If you weren't on DracoTok, don't talk to me.
I don't want your help.
I genuinely don't know what he's holding. Like, I don't know if it's a wand or something, but I actually have a wand. I went to Orlando and I went to the Harry Potter thing and I have a wand that works in Orlando, by the way. Yeah, that's why I get bitches and I get hoes. But you know what? I will say that I feel like in 2020, like, even though some parts of it were cringe, people were a lot happier and they felt more free to be themselves. I wish that people felt as free to be themselves now as they did in 2020, because there was something just special about just posting a POV that was really, really bad and really, really embarrassing. And, you know, one day maybe I will share my own really, really bad POVs with you guys. But we'll have to see. You know, we'll have to see if one day you guys will get the really insane POVs. But I just wanted to take a little gander at 2020 TikToks 6 years ago. My god, I'm old. Anyways, that's a really long time. But I just wanted to take a look and kind of talk about it. I feel like people were free back then. So go be your true authentic self. And if that is being on Straight Talk, then go be on Straight Talk. If that is Alt Talk, go be on Alt Talk. Be your authentic self for 2026. Go be more weirder for 2026, okay? And one second, please. Hold, please. Go be weirder for 2026. And that's what I wanted to say. And as always, if you have a good freaking day, be sure to subscribe because I really, really could use that. And chicken wing, hot dog and bologna, chicken and macaroni, chilling with my homies. I love you.